Welcome to another Free and Fearless Friday. I wanted to talk about a topic that I know is familiar with you: fear of success. You know, it wasn't until, probably I was 15 years into my business when I started learning and hearing about the fear of success. I knew about the different kind of fears, but the fear of success, it really didn't resonate with me until about 15 years into my business. That's when I started hearing and learning about the fear of success and recognizing that, whoa, this is real. So the fear of success is really real. Have you ever wanted, oh, okay, I've been doing this thing for so long and yet I'm still not as successful as I would want to be. And you're trying to figure out some of those things. And that's what that journey was for me, because I was getting to understand and wanting to know, what did I need to change? What do I need to do? And then boom, came across this fear of success. And I thought, could that be me? So, of course, it was me. So here is, how you can identify the fear of success. Here are some of the things that you can, really start to look at in your own life and see if you were struggling or are still struggling the way that I was. Being afraid of what will happen if you were in the spotlight, which is amazing because I'm a person that was always and has always been in the spotlight. I have a blog and I am a motivational speaker, so I'm always in front of the people, I'm doing workshops, but I didn't know that that also was something that I was at the back of my mind afraid of doing and being there all the time. So it took me a lot to be in front of the people and to do those workshops in preparation and everything. I was always afraid whether it was going to work or not. But then you know what? With time now, I'm looking back and recognizing that being afraid of what will happen if you were in the spotlight was one of the things that I struggled with. Worrying about leaving people behind if you move forward because of your success. So this is when you look at the people around you that you're hanging around with, that you are always around with. If you are successful, are they people that would support you and would want, the best for you? Or, would you be so afraid to leave that comfort zone? It's not always about them, it's also about you. Would you be okay leaving that comfort zone, or is it scary to leave that comfort zone? Because then, once you're successful, you get into different also realms and different connections of people. You don't have to leave your old connections, and sometimes you do have to leave the old connections. So it all depends, but that is something that could bring in that fear of success. Feeling anxious about acquiring new responsibilities as a result of your success. Of course, it's scary, but not to the point of sabotaging yourself and getting in the way. Guess what? People do that. I did that. Being worried that things will just get more complicated than what you can handle. Of course, success means more. It's more exposure to different things that you haven't been, familiar with, of course. It's more exposure with new clientele, new ways of doing work, new challenges and new changes that you have to face. That could be scary. Fearing comments from naysayers or worrying about experiencing other social problems. I had this one big time, not only because I was just imagining things. No, my fear of success started off when I was working with teenagers and parents. And, because I don't have children of my own and I'm not a parent, I started having naysayers making comments like, why would somebody who's never had children be a coach for parents and tell me what to do with my children? And why would somebody that doesn't have children tell my children what to do? So, and those comments were made right under my posts. on social media. Can you imagine? So people knew that I would read those posts, and it's my posts. Or if I do a workshop, or if I post something on upcoming events or something, those posts, those comments were said right on my Facebook, Twitter accounts, and my Instagram. So of course I was afraid. Of course that brought fear in me, and eventually I knew that that struggle was more within me than those people that were saying that, because I was also exuding that fear that what if people challenge me on not being a parent. And yet I'm telling you, I did a lot of work, a lot of trainings on working with parents and teenagers, and I'm really good at what I do and loved what I did. But I had to leave that because then, one, I was not comfortable being successful in that arena, because my own anxiety and my own fears were more overwhelming than even the comments that the people were saying. So this Friday, Free and Fearless Friday, can you take a tally of what it is that you're afraid of, what it is that is making you stuck and not move forward to that successful space that you need to be? You don't have to be, let me tell you, when I left working with parents and teenagers, I cannot tell you how many people said, you are really good at this. You need to continue working with parents and teenagers. And they meant well. And I know that I'm good at, working with parents and teenagers, but I also knew that I'm a well-versed, clinician as well as, coach. So I could go either way, and, whether I pursue parents and teenagers, I'll be really good at it. Pursue working with women empowerment, really good at it. Pursue working with couples, really good at it, because as a clinician, I'm very eclectic and has been trained in working with the different populations, that I knew that, I can choose any lane. So I decided to go with what my heart desired and go with women empowerment, for now, rather than pursue something that was giving me anxiety because of my own anxieties and my own situations. Are you willing to be that true and honest with yourself? Are you willing to really take a tally of what it is that you're afraid of, what makes you afraid, and begin this Free and Fearless Friday releasing those fears? Is it an easy journey? It is manageable, I can tell you that. If this is something that you are ready to pursue, I want to invite you to the 90-day Gift of Self-Love Masterclass course that I'm doing starting in June. All the information, in fact, more information is right there on my website. You will see where it says the gift of self-love, learning to love yourself unconditionally. I want to invite you to join me and the other women that will be in this group masterclass, where we are going to talk about the different things that we need to address as women in order for us to identify the fear of success and other fears that we face that might be keeping us bondage and holding us back. I did my work, and I'm now ready to help you do your work so that you can begin to enjoy that freedom, that financial freedom, life freedom, relationship freedom that you deserve. So visit my website, www.drstemi.com, and click on the gift of self-love so that you can learn more about it. I am looking forward to having you in that class, because I know it is a much needed class that is so helpful, and I'll be guiding you the whole 90 days, which is only 12 weeks, and time goes by fast. What I'm excited about is to see you at the end of this year with that freedom, having now been released of anything that might be holding you back, but to be in that space where you can freely start to attract those things that are supposed to be in your life at this time. So go to www.drstemi.com and learn more about the gift of self-love. Until then, this is Dr. Stem. Have a wonderful, wonderful, free and fearless Friday.